So it's week 6 on iRacing, and we are at Interlagos. Located in Brazil, absolute quality track. Only ever raced it. This is my first time racing it. And it's pretty difficult, let me say that for sure. This race was quite eventful, and you'll just see. It was pretty cool. I actually qualified P2, but unfortunately missed the start. So here you see me coming out the pits. Race has already started, so it's a pit lane start for me, which I'm not too worried about because I do want to maintain my safety rating. I really look at everybody on the A rating and I'm there on my B. I really want to get it up, so starting from the pits not too bad. So we come out, we're not even last. We start from the pits, we're not even last. So we're going side by side with, I think that's Martin or Michael, and he's able to stick it round the outside. Good move from him, and I just want to slot in now, so I'm not really going to fight it. We slot in behind the old Mike dog or Martin. Yeah, this race, it's a recovery race, you'll see why. I had a race here a couple of days ago, but I lost the rear end and just crashed out, and then just brought it home in last place or something. This race was pretty good though, not gonna lie. And we absolutely just take Michael for his money. Unlucky Michael. Everybody kind of concertina's there, so I just used that to my advantage and just sent it around the outside. And we got him. I think he had a bit of a squirrely exit as well, so not too bad. So we're coming down the start and the finish straight. Is that what you say? Start, finish straight. We're going to be braking at the 50 metre, but because there's so many people in front of us, we just want to brake a little bit early, kind of be cautious. You see there's a guy just gone off there, Ferrari I think, on the grass. Here we go, we're right on the bumper of Jason. Now, who do we go behind? You got to make your choice when there's two people side by side. To be honest, I thought the pink car was going to brake a lot later than he did. And he's still so slow, so then I take him on the inside and he bangs into me. It was kind of a weird one that, but it was a 0x, no damage done, no harm done. We just traded paints a little bit there. And we move on. This track is really hard. This corner especially, just don't know when you can get on the power. But we use all the curb here in first gear, only because I've got a car so close to me in front. Normally I would take that in second. And my tyres are really cold as well, so we're just trying to ease our way into this race. So, flat out through here and try and just not lose the back end, and we're back onto the start finish straight. So we're going to try and get a really nice run and see what we can do, see what we can produce. We've got quite a gaggle of cars in front of us, but we're just trying to keep it cool. Again, at the moment my main focus isn't positions, it's safety rating, and boy are those points hard to come by when you're in, my iRating is 1.7k, so I mean it's quite bad, to be honest. That's quite low, but it's probably average for the service. But mate, there's so many incidents, and you're about to see one right here, and it's not for any of mine or the drivers to my left's fault. Here we go, massive netcode, boom, that little snap there, that's not the driver, that's the game thinking that we've made contact. You hear me a bit upset there, but obviously in hindsight I understand it wasn't him and it was netcode. So I didn't know this at the time. As you saw there, I've got no rear bumper, and my front bumper ain't looking too pretty either, so it's a difficult race. I pressed my spotter to tell me how much damage I've got, and I think he said damage on the back end or something like that. But the car felt alright, honestly. I was driving here, I'm thinking, okay, well, it's still steering straight, because there ain't nothing worse than when your steering wheel's fucking halfway tilted left and you've still got to drive. So my steering's straight, and I'm like, alright, let's see what we can do. So recovery drive is on. So we've got a 4x now, As you can see at the bottom left of the screen, it does say 5x, but it's a replay, so throughout the whole race I got 5 incident points, but at the moment we have a 4x from that netcode incident, which is just so unlucky because this race was amazing. So I can only imagine, as you can see again, I've got no rear bumper. I can only imagine that if I had a nice clean car, see here that my rear just steps out a little bit, so I'm struggling fighting with the car. Those two come together just a little bit, they trade paints, which we did with the pink car. He's maybe don't like the colour of his car and he's trying to get it off. But I was surprised at how well the car felt. Like it drove well, it didn't feel broken. It was only until after the race I realised I had no rear bumper. So it must be weird for the cars behind me, like driving, they're like, oh, this guy's got no rear bumper, and I'm just pulling away from him and everything. So I have no idea what was going on. This car seems like it can take quite a bit of damage, and we just got lucky and unlucky at the same time. I mean, let's make the best out of the situation. I mean, it would have been better if it didn't happen, but it did, so we've just got to put up with it, and I think I do quite well. So we've got Martin again here. Are we already overtook you, mate? So let's try again with no rear bumper. As you can see here now, the couple of laps before I was flat and I just had a little lift there, so my car's definitely feeling it, but it's just about adapting to the situation and just trying to just keep your head cool and just drive, mate. If I lost my head, I would have drove way worse. The fact that my car was still steering straight was good enough for me, and yeah. So here we go. We're going to try and brake at the 50 marker, but nah, we brake a little bit early. Again, we have to now because our car is damaged and we don't want to over push, but Martin goes in a bit deep, and we're able to close in on him right here. So we can size up a move here. Does he defend? No, he doesn't. So we're going to make it clear that we're going to go for the move. We brake at the little Marshall's hut on the right, and boom, we're going side by side. So Martin's got a really high safety rating, 4.6, so this is why we can have clean races right here. Thank you, Martin, so much. I can brake a lot later because I'm on the outside, but Martin's got the inside line, so you can see him catching up there as I'm really being gentle on the throttle, stabbing it like a maniac. I can't believe how well this car was sticking. Like, why was the rear not absolutely losing it? I mean, I still have my spoiler, which is lucky, because if my spoiler disappeared, I'd have to go in the pits and repair. So you don't need a rear bumper, it seems. A little lift again there, brake just after the curbs here, and we're just trying to get a nice exit, get on the throttle. We don't want to upset the rear of the car, so we're just trying to get a nice exit and pull away from the guy behind now. So I think Martin's been over. No, still Martin behind us. He's just car's half black, half red, so in the mirror his car looks a bit different. I'm just gonna see what Martin's doing. He's gonna look for the inside. I have to brake early again. He closes up, but I think I'm quite good at the exit of that corner. And look, we've already pulled 5/10 on Martin after he was just so close. So skip ahead now. We are now on lap number 10. That was all I could do. Martin's still behind me. It was a lonely race, but we've now caught up to Mr. Michael. We overtook him at the beginning of the race, so let's see what we can do. Again, if you look on the right hand side of the screen, that Marshall hut, brake in there into third gear to kind of keep the speed, get on the throttle, take it all the way to the curb, and we're just trying to keep the speed throughout that corner. And this corner was quite difficult for me after that crash, because I've just got no rear, and especially towards the end of the race, the downforce of your car helps the tyres, you know, not slide around, so that they're better looked after when you've got a healthy car. Because I've not got a rear, my back tyres have been sliding around so much, so I'm really struggling. So we're just trying to send it here on Michael, but he's able to keep ahead of us. We push him on the inside, so he's going to have a slow line out of here. And here we go, we're just going to send it up on the inside, making sure we don't have any contact. We're being quite nice. Park it on the apex, and Michael was not able to do the cutback, but we do let him have the inside line. And I mean, at this point I don't want to just reactively pull in front of him, so I'm just letting him take the inside line. If I wanted it, I should have took it sooner, really. And here we go, we brake really late here, and we just a little bit too deep, but again we've got the inside line, so we park it on the apex, and Michael can't do anything about it. He's gonna have to just hold back, otherwise he'd take us both out. Again, I'm not wanting to cut across him. He can have the inside line. I'm gonna brake a lot later here because I've got the outside line. As you can see in the mirror now, I'm already ahead, and that was an off track right there, so that's a 1x, and that's where I got my 5 incident points from. But we got past Michael for the second time with no bumper this time, so I can only imagine what we could have done if we had an absolute pristine car, and we'll just have to try again. If at first you don't succeed, you must try again, as it seems in iRacing, because honestly, good luck to you when you're in these little 1.8k fields. And we're just going to skip to the end now. We do see somebody on the grass there, don't know what happened to them. So that puts us from 11th place to 10th, so we actually got a top 10 when we did a 360 on track because of Netcode, and I broke my car. It had no rear bumper, and the front bumper was absolutely shagged. It was absolutely broken. I'm surprised it didn't come off itself, because I smashed into the, I don't know how the back bumper came off, because I smashed into the front of the barrier with the car, the front of the car. So a bit weird, but not complaining, because you probably need the front more than the back, evidently. And there we go, cross the line, 10th position. Great recovery drive, absolutely beautiful. Honestly, guys, thank you for all the support. Just the views. I don't care about the likes or the comments, just the views. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. I hope you're all doing alright on iRacing as well. Hopefully the Netcode gods treat you well, because they didn't treat me well. So thank you all, appreciate your time. Give me a like and subscribe, just because that's what you're supposed to say, and I will catch you later. Bye bye.
I got a black ski mask, but I don't ski, but I snowboard, dash an MC off peak. If one of you try violate me, you get a punch in the face with my front door key. Punch in the neck with my back door key. Boxing them out with my X6 key. Boxing the eye with a fob I used to log into my HSBC. Talk about banks, kill him with peas. Run up in your gal's house with 2 of my G's. Get the money out, put the money in his mouth, then suffocate man with about 2 G's. Suffocate man with about 4 G's. Suffocate man, then I might just breathe. I'll bury man 2 foot shallow. Ain't got time to dig 6 feet deep.